Hey, thank you to my patrons and channel members for making this video possible. What's up guys, Crazy Brush Girl here, and I've donned my alter ego, Crazy Brush Girl, because today we are doing a motor rebuild, but I have yet to decide which one I actually want to tackle today, so let's head over to my motor drawer and pick one out. Alright, let's take a look and see what we've got here. Got them all nicely bundled up. So let's see, I've got a Speed Gems 2 Jade that I could definitely work on. Enbell's a little crapped up on that one. I've been eyeing this Speed Gems Pro Titanite actually, because I really like that purple color on it. There's also a Jet back here, an original Sapphire. Or we've got this Quartz right up here front and center actually. It's a touring car special, 19 turn double. I think we're gonna go with this one today. All right, so taking a look at this thing, it looks pretty good overall. The sticker's a little bit worse for wear, but not too bad. I've definitely seen way worse. The brushes look fairly new, and they're eyelet brushes, which you guys all know that I love, so big thumbs up on that one. Enbell is really clean actually. It's not all melted or anything, and the solder tabs on it are actually clean, so this thing may never have actually been run short of maybe a break-in. But yeah, it looks really clean. The comm, from what I can see, looks pretty much brand new, except maybe for a break-in, like I said. So that should only be a couple passes on the lathe to clean up. But yeah, this thing looks really good. Let's tear into it. All right, first order of business, find our positive side, which is over here. Stick that on the right side just so I can stay organized. Pop our brush springs off of here. Come on, there we go. And pull our brushes out, take a look at them. Got copper shunts on them. And yeah, they look super good. Plenty of life on them. No need to replace those, which is great. Same story on this side, looks great. With all the brush related nonsense out of the way, I've loosened up my Enbell screws so we can pop the end of this thing off. Okay. Yep, we got some shims in there, so let's grab those before they go all over the place and get lost. Okay, so those, I'll just set this up there for now as well. Pop the little felt or fiber shim off of there as well. Pop the armature out. Oh, yep, I see a shim down in there as well. See if I can get this. I'm never buying steel tweezers ever again for this. Terrible idea. Terrible idea. Okay. Oh man, I freaking love this lens. This thing is amazing. There is a big scratch right there though. You see that? A little worried about that. Hopefully that turns out okay. It should do, but not sure. It's kind of hard to tell how deep it is. But otherwise, friggin' brand new. Just about brand spanking new. Ooh, something I did just notice is look at that wire there. The part of that wind, it's not touching the rest of the coil there. So I'm guessing that would probably lead to less efficiency and not as strong of an electromagnetic field being generated. So that's kind of interesting, but I guess that's what you get with a machine wound armature like this. Just gonna take the rest of the Enbell apart here. Get the ring off of there, get the screws off. All right, sweet. Everything is pulled apart, ready to get cleaned up, and honestly, not much cleaning necessary at all. Enbell is pretty clean, no grittiness, no crap in the can. I really don't think this one's ever been run, honestly. I know I say that about a lot of the motors that we rebuild on this channel, but I seriously think that about this one. I mean, based on the comm, based on how dirty the can is, and the brushes, it all looks brand new. That took practically no time at all. Everything is super clean, hardly any dirt on anything. Bend belt got a little bit cleaner, looks nice now. But time for my favorite part, as you all know, time to turn the comm. I'll get set up and bring you guys along with me. So obviously, we'll need the lathe. This is the Team Orion Darren's Quick Set lathe, for those that don't know. I'm gonna need my ballpoint pen and X-Acto, of course, some cutting fluid, and, oh yeah, the rubber band, or drive belt if you want to call it that. I'm going to be working over here again today because A, my electronics bench is a complete disaster, and it's hard to film over there right now, and it's way easier just to move my power supply over here, so here we are. I'd say one of the trickiest parts of this whole operation is getting the flippin' drive belt on, I tell you what. Come on, get on there, you scurvy scallywag. Go on, get. Come on. See what I mean? See what I mean? Come on. There we go. Thank you. Thank you for cooperating. It's much appreciated. Now let's check our stops because I've forgotten to do that the last couple times. Yeah, I'm gonna adjust this one in a little bit. Grab my wrench and loosen this, screw that in a touch. Probably about, is that over? Yeah, right about there is probably good. Tighten that up. Put a couple drops of comm fluid on there. I call it cutting fluid, but it's really just lubrication for the shaft because these are carbide inserts. And I do need my lighter because the oil in it has gotten all thick and sticky and doesn't like to play nice. Perfect. Drop on there. Drop on there. And we should be good to go here. Just gonna get my power supply set up. Well, my dumbass was too excited about getting this comm turn and forgot to press record on the camera, but we got it all cleaned up and I'm just one pass away from getting that scratch cleaned up that we were talking about earlier, so let's see if this will do it. Not quite. I think I'll do one more and stop there because I don't want to turn it down too much. Yeah, I'm gonna just say that's good enough for me, because I don't want to take it down too far. It shouldn't really interfere with the brushes at all. It may leave a little score on the brush, but honestly that'll get worn down, so I'm not too worried about it. Roll over the edges of the segments with our ballpoint pen, just like always. Take care of any extra shavings and nonsense. X-Acto, but this thing is pretty much mint, so nothing really to clean out of there except any extra shavings from turning. There's a close-up on the freshly cut comm. As you can see, we weren't quite able to get the rest of that scratch out. I didn't want to go too crazy. I do want to kind of preserve these to some extent. As you can see, there's also some scoring in line with the rotation. This segment's the worst. I think this was mainly caused when I was moving the tool back after the cut. So I think what's going on is I probably should have had the comm a little bit tighter because I think it was shifting side to side and causing some vibration. So we got one last thing to do before we get this thing back together, and that is check out the bearings. And I am not even going to bother putting any oil in these today. Normally I would, but look at that. Look at that. It just keeps going. That's amazing. Not gritty at all. Let's see this one. Yeah, this one's good too. Look at that. Look at that, guys. That's just, not even gonna bother putting any oil in. That's awesome. All right, well, time to get this thing all put back together. Okay, I went ahead and got the end bell all put together to save you guys the pain of watching me try to get all these tiny screws in place and drop them a million times, and also so you don't have to suffer through my horrible commentary. So, next up, gotta align the brush hoods. Let's get this aligned back around where it's supposed to be, which is right about there. Yep. Our brush hood alignment tool going in there. Feels a little loose, to be honest with you. Are these? Nope, definitely not. Okay. Get our shaft down the middle. And now we can tighten up our hoods and heat sinks. Give that a wiggle. Shaft still slides nice and smooth in there. Tighten our spring posts, and that should be good. Oh, that is probably one of the smoothest ones I've ever had after tightening down the hoods and heat sinks. Fantastic. It's a little snug, but that's okay. All right, fantastic. Get our end bell back off of here. And we can get the armature all ready to go back in. All right, let's get our shims back on here the way they're supposed to be. Our felt one on first, or fiber. Brass one. Let's use tweezers here. And steel one. And one on the shaft side. This one felt a little bit loose. I'm actually going to add a shim on the shaft side. All right, let's grab a shim out of here. Holmes Hobbies sells these nice shim kits. One of the brass ones out of there if I can. Come on. Come here. Get out of there. There we go. And plonk that shaft side just for a little bit extra spacing. So it was a little bit loose in there originally, so. All right, armature is ready to go back in. Got all our shims on there properly. Here we go. There's that, and get our end bell on. Set it to 0 timing like that, and tighten these guys down. Let's see how that armature feels in there. It's a little bit snug, but I can feel just a tiny amount of play in there. Back and forth, that is perfect. And it actually, I guess the brushes aren't on it, but that spins really good. All right, last but not least, get our brushes and springs back on. Most important part of a brushed motor, because it wouldn't be a brushed motor if it didn't have brushes. No, it wouldn't. Fold over our shunts a little bit, keep them out of the way. A little noisy, that's okay. That'll quiet down with a break-in. Very nice, looking good. Last thing to do is give it a test. Turn my power supply down to, I guess, 6 volts-ish. See what she can do. Pretty good. Just crank that up a little bit. like it. Very nice. That thing runs super smooth. Fantastic. We are done. And bam, just like that. Original Trinity Speed Gems quartz motor is done. It's all rebuilt. I'm telling you guys, this thing's never been run. Like, solder tabs, perfectly clean. Commutator, perfectly clean. The brushes, the curved surface was not even fully worn. Only about this much of the curved brush surface was actually worn in. I didn't show you guys, but never been run. This thing's amazing. What's kind of disappointing about it is that the sticker is as dinged up as it is for not having been run, which means it's literally just been sitting in somebody's toolbox rolling around for years. Really, man? Come on. But anyway, hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, please do leave a big fat thumbs up. If this does happen to be the first video that you have seen by me, make sure you go down, hit that subscribe button, leave a comment down below as well. If you want to help support the channel, consider becoming a patron or a channel member. Links are down in the description along with my Instagram and Discord server invites. So if you guys are interested in any of that, check it out. And yeah, that's pretty much all I've got to say, guys. Thanks for watching, and Crazy Brush Girl, we'll see y'all next time.